This is a division in the NFC that's heating up quite a bit. It's a very close race. The bottom of the NFC West is the San Francisco 49ers, who had their money on that before the season started. But they're 5-5. They're only a game behind the number 1 seed, Arizona Cardinals. So Cardinals are 6-4, Rams, Seahawks, Niners, all 5-5. This is a really interesting race. I mean, these teams are literally neck and neck with each other. Who do we think comes out on top? Who do we think takes a division? Because I don't think – I'm going to look at the wild card. I'm going to look at the playoff picture. I don't know if another team is going to get in.
It's a really loaded wild card for the NFC. I mean, you're talking about 2 of the spots are NFC North teams right now who are
right. You've got
clearly
Vikings, Packers,
roll.
Commanders.
And the Commanders still have a really
only
good
one.
record.
So theoretically, only one NFC West team is going to make the playoffs. Who is it?
I could see 2. It's not like they're far behind the Commanders. But this one's rough.
This is a tough one. I'm going to start this one off.
Sure.
No notes, no iPad, no laptop, no nothing.
Notes?
Raw dogging it.
Right.
Just like I do with life.
All right.
Sorry.
And other things.
Bad advice.
Yeah, this is a tough one. However,
There's an answer?
there is an answer. I
Okay.
can tell you there's one team that you should knock off, and for me personally, I think that is the San Francisco 49ers.
Wow. Nice.
It's tough to do, man.
It is tough. I was never a believer. I'm sorry. I think the Lions should have beat them in that playoff game last year. With that being said, speaking of the Lions, I think the Lions are owned by a man, and they fear a man who they also beat in the playoffs. However, they do not want to see him again this year. I think Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams will come out on top in this division. I mean, you got Maserati Marv, who
The Cards look awesome.
they look awesome. I mean, listen,
But sometimes
But
they look so bad, though.
fluky,
Yeah,
bro. Like,
that's just my thing with the Cardinals. I think their schedules are kind of similar. I mean,
They're
I think
all
they all
so
play each other
similar.
twice again. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
For the
So-
most
The
The
part.
Cardinals have the easiest schedule, like according to
like I was gonna say, is that just you looking at it, or is that like?
I just
Yeah,
look-
that's me. Like
Okay,
no,
eyeballing
that's
it?
like according
He's actually
to
looking
the
at
Oh,
the
okay,
strength
okay.
of schedule. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Cardinals have like in terms of
Is it
toughest
significantly?
being number 1. The Cardinals are 19th. The Rams have the 11th toughest schedule. The Seahawks have the 9th toughest schedule, and the 49ers have the 4th toughest schedule remaining. The
I
Niners,
think
just-
the Niners
yeah.
have the Lions, the Bills, the Packers, the Cardinals, the
Right.
Rams,
they're done.
and
God, who did that?
the Dolphins and the Bears.
Who did they piss off?
Lord.
So they'll win one of those
Jesus.
6.
They get they'll probably get 2 or 3 of them things, but
I mean, is Bosa like out indefinitely? Because they were night and day with and without him.
Yeah, I don't know what the
field.
deal is with that.
so I think the thing that buoys the Cardinals schedule the most is they get back to back with New England and Carolina. But outside of that, Seattle, Minnesota, Seattle, and the Rams and San Fran. Those are the other 5 games outside of New England and Carolina. So definitely tough matchups coming up. They rolled the Rams the first time they played them. Don't get me wrong, but I'm going to say that was a fluke,
That was a bad
and
team.
I'm going to say, well, yeah, that was also a very beat up Rams
Yeah,
team.
right.
That's seemingly getting healthy. Yes, they beat the Patriots this week, and it wasn't an incredibly impressive win, but the Rams defense is just so damn young and has improved every single week, it feels like. Over the last 5 weeks, they're number 4 in terms of defensive EPA. They're one of the best in the league. Puka's back. The offensive line is getting healthy. I'm going to side with the team that I picked in the offseason to win this division. I'm going to stick with the Rams. I'm not going to switch up. I think
Nah,
Matthews-
dog. You picked the Seahawks. Get the hell out of here.
No, I did not. To win the division?
Oh.
That sounds like me.
Oh,
I
okay.
To
probably
win the
picked the
division?
Seahawks. No, he
I
definitely.
was going to say we could go back.
I think he picked the Rams to go to the Super Bowl.
No, I picked
No,
the
he
Rams.
picked the Rams to go to the Super
Bowl.
Bowl.
Sorry.
I picked the
Oh,
Rams
okay.
to be above the Niners and win the division. I was one of the few
Word.
people that actually thought that.
Me too.
Here he goes. Here he goes.
me
He's the
too.
only person that ever has a
Nah, I
bold
thought that
take.
too.
I'm just saying.
Nah, I
I'm
thought you
just
picked the
saying.
Seahawks. I know you were super high on the Seahawks.
The only reason I said that was because he just told me
Yeah,
that
no,
I
I
picked the
thought you were
Seahawks, so.
mad high on the Seahawks.
I said they'd win 9 games, but I mean
I'm not
that
moved.
was higher than most.
What does those sleazy say? I like to move, but I'm not moved. I don't know. I don't like Geno Smith.
I love
Yeah, I'm
Geno.
not moved by the
Geno.
Seahawks.
Geno ain't the problem.
I'm going with the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks are going to pull it out. They just got DK back. They beat the Niners. Now the divisional record is tough. That's what I was just looking at because they're 1-2. But they're 2-4 at home. Is that right? No. What did I just say? Yeah. They're 2-4 at home. I don't think that's going to last. I mean, Seattle's a tough place to play in. Always has been. Always will be. I think they're going to turn it around there. They're just getting DK back. I believe in Geno. I think he's still he makes some boneheaded decisions from time to time, but they all do. Stafford does too, and historically, Geno's not on the level of Stafford. I'm not saying that. Cardinals, like we said, they feel fluky, man. They're on a 4-game win streak, which is cool, but they beat the shit-ass Jets. They beat the Shane Waldron Bears, and that was Tua's first game back, I believe, was when they played Miami. And they beat your precious Chargers, so there is that. But I don't know. These teams are like splitting hairs to me. I think I like the Seahawks. I like Geno. I love that he's getting DK back. JSN has been killing it.
So
those weapons are coming alive. Ken Walker, one of the best running backs in football. And I like the Seahawks core, man.
It's tough, bro.
It's splitting hairs.
It's tough here. I picked the Rams preseason.
I mean, Stafford, McVay, Cup, Puka. Like, sure, I can't. And then, I can't go against that.
That's literally
Just
what it is.
Haven't looked too great.
I completely agree.
They looked pretty mediocre this week against the Patriots. They almost lost. They lost to the Dolphins, and that's probably a game they would have liked to have, given how tight this division is right now. That was one that you really got to have. I don't know. I feel like in like these got to have it situations, they just haven't felt the same.
Nah, Stafford hasn't played up to Stafford.
He hasn't
Stafford,
felt the
I think
same.
you said it last week or something. Like, as much as he can go down and win you a game, he can go down and lose you a game.
Yeah, I don't know. Like their run game isn't that good. Sure, Karen scores a lot of touchdowns, but like in terms of yards per carry, like they're not good.
No, yeah.
They don't really have a good run game that they can rely on. Obviously, Stafford is making it work with Puka and Kupp right now. I think they both went over 100 yards in this game against the Patriots. But
are we shocked if one of those guys goes down again? Like,
yeah, I don't know, man.
No, you're right. I mean,
I like the Rams defense, like you said. I love their young pieces. Jared Verse is a fucking stud.
He's an
a
animal.
dog, but I don't know, man. I think I might pick the Cardinals, dude. I think I'm gonna go with
I
the
don't believe in their defense.
I don't believe in their defense much either, but like you want to talk about the Rams defense gets better and better every week. The Cardinals defense has been getting better and better throughout the season.
Gannon
like
is so good.
And sure, like they haven't, their 4-game win streak, they haven't really played anyone that tough. I mean, shit, they beat the Chargers, who Buddy Boy here just said it's the biggest threat to the Chiefs,
yeah.
best defense in the NFL. They beat the Dolphins, who sure it was Tua's first game back, but that offense was fucking moving for the Dolphins, and they won a close one. And then they didn't just beat the Bears; they dismantled the Bears.
They have dismantled their last two. Yeah.
They did not just beat the Jets; they dismantled the Jets. So
they made the Jets quit.
They made the Jets quit. Like
they gave up on their season.
Kyler has been oof.
Like, so I know, like, if you
22
look at like the strength of those opponents, you say not moved, but the way in which they won was pretty moving to me. Kyler's been easily the best quarterback in the division to this part of the season.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
I mean, they've given up 15, 27, 9, and 9.
Yeah, I mean, the defense is playing good ball right
9
now.
and 6, sorry. But
defense is playing good ball right now. It's tough, man.
I'm still taking the Rams.
I know, because I've seen Stafford do the thing. Big game, who do I
Stafford's
trust? Like,
typically at his best when his back's against the wall. His back is against the wall right now to win this division.
Correct.
Yeah. Oh, man. I really like the Cardinals, dude. I really, really do. They're a good football team. They're well coached.
Have the faith and conviction, bro.
I mean, they're at the top, and they're 2-0 in their division.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're 2-0. Rams are 2-1.
Oh, man.
Say it.
And, like, this schedule
He's
is
flirting with them right now.
This schedule is pretty easy. Like, okay, they play the Seahawks
Play
twice.
Seattle twice, yeah.
They're gonna split. Like,
Probably.
Sure,
they'll split
probably.
that. They play the Rams and the
I
Niners.
think the Rams get them.
I'll go out on a limb here and say I don't know which one is which, but between playing the Rams and the 49ers,
one.
I think they split.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2-2. They play the Vikings. We could say they lose that one. Or we could say they win that one. But we could say they lose that one. And then the Panthers.
They're getting New England and
the
Carolina.
Panthers and Carolina. I think they win pretty handily. So that's what, 4-3 the remainder of the season. Like
Yes.
with the lead they have on the division right now, that's probably enough, unless like one of these teams goes on a crazy run. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like the Seahawks could be good, but where they're at, like they have to go on a crazy. You know what I mean? Like they have to go something into whatever the, I don't know the number in my head, however many games, but like you can only lose 2 games. You know what I mean? Where
Or beat the Cardinals twice.
right, yeah, which is possible.
Yeah.
It's possible. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. So I think the schedule is on their side. I think they have the lead in the division right now. I think Kyler's playing like the best quarterback in the division. So I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. Sorry it took me so long to get there.
No, you're good.
No, I mean,
That's fair.
I
as
get
long as
it.
we agree,
It's close.
as long as we all agree, there's one wrong answer, and it's the Niners.
It's
Like,
the
there-
Niners, yeah.
Yeah, I mean I've been out on the Niners. You were out on the Niners preseason. We both
Sad.
were. Like it's just they're just not the same.
Last year,
I-
their chance.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's kind of a
McCaffrey
weird feeling.
came back and listen, there's still
was Ayuk.
time for him to get back into it, but he's not the same. Ayuk is out. Sure, Juwan Jennings looks good, but
He's a
Juwan
god.
Jennings as your number 1 receiver, you're not going to do much. He's good. He's a good player. But
He's a baller.
Tebow Samuel does not look the same at all. He looks bad.
That's chubby.
He's got a little
Kittle looks
tummy
great
going
when
on.
he's in, but
Yeah, you still have glaring holes in the interior of your offensive line.
Your pass rush is
Pass
gone.
rush isn't
Their
the
interior,
same.
yeah.
Yeah, like Nick
Both
Bosa is
most.
great, and like he could,
Hargrave's missing the
wreck a
season,
game
like-
by himself. But he, from the looks of it, I think he'll miss a few weeks. They're saying he doesn't feel too good. I don't think there's a timetable out on him right now, but I'd expect him to at least miss this next week. Their bye already passed, so it's not like they could have the bye and figure out these kinks. They just don't look the same, and they've dug themselves a hole
Yes.
already. So, yeah, I'm out on the Niners. I wouldn't be shocked. Like again, I wouldn't be shocked if any of these teams win the division, but
Yeah.
I just don't feel good about the vibes are.
and the schedule.
Yeah, the vibes just ain't the same for
No,
them.
not
And
at
yeah, the schedule was a fucking gauntlet.
Yeah.
I'm picking the team that
To
I've
this
seen.
point in the season, the Niners should have been running away with the division. You know what I mean? They
Oh,
should have
yeah.
had a cushion, given the fact that now they're going into the hard part of their schedule.
And they're losing in the division.
yeah, that was
Right.
one you can't lose.
Yeah.